Hey, Vinnk.
Hello. Should I start Audacity?
We started broadcasting already.
Have we started broadcasting?
We have.
How long ago?
When I said hi, Vinnk.
Ah, perfect. Okay. Should I get Audacity running?
Sure. I'm not running the thing on my end either.
Okay. Let's get a countdown. Okay.
All right.
Okay. 3,
2,
2, 1,
go.
Okay.
This is how the sausage is made, folks, but that's what you want.
We love sausage,
so I'm
don't we?
told.
Okay.
Yeah, being from Wisconsin. I mean, there's a song called "Who Stole the Kishka." I'm just saying.
All right.
Something about barrels.
Let me send the link to everyone. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they're subscribed, then they should be getting a notification.
Maybe, but I'm subscribed and I didn't get a notification.
Really? Let me check my phone.
Oh, it just popped up.
Yep.
Famicom
Watch live
Dojo
now.
Is live.
Episode 157, Dojo Cast live.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, we are going.
We are thing. Oh, there's 5 people here. Okay, great.
Hello 5 people.
Yes. All right. So what we talking about today, Mr. Sean?
I mean, we got to do the whole thing for the audio version.
Yes.
We got to start over.
Okay, let's start over. let's start over. Okay, here we go.
How about this? We'll do a little pre-show for everybody.
Sure.
And explain what happened, because we've been trying to use Streamlabs and like, get all the cool overlays and stuff like we do with the Pile of Shame Live and whatnot. But for the life of us, we can't figure out how to get Skype to play nice. So I can't get Vinck's video. I can get myself, but that's about all I can handle right now.
We'll figure it out.
Away from the mic to breathe.
We will figure it out.
That's 2007 reference for y'all. So here we are. Apparently, my thingamajig keeps. There we go. Majigging.
Would it look cooler if my mic was in the shot? Maybe I'll do that. Here we go.
I don't know if that looks cooler or not. If you got to stretch for it.
I don't know. Like I've watched a lot of podcasts recently, and they usually have the microphone in there. There we go. There. Now I look like a YouTuber.
That looks real nice.
I know, right? Look at that.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna check out the chat now and see who's around. I had to mute it too.
Oh my goodness, there's so much crap.
Sorry about switching the links, y'all. Because the other thing that happens is that if you use if you start something that doesn't have Hangouts for Air, you can't change it after you make the link for some reason. So we had to do a new link because we couldn't get the other thing to work.
Chocolate rain.
Elizabeth prefers cheese. The dojo is indeed starting over. Guys, use Discord. We can't. Wait, could we use Discord to do the NDI thing?
Maybe.
We should try that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe not today, but...
Not today.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Oh, well, Colin forgives us, so that's important.
But Lord Maxon says so gross. I'm not really sure which thing. Oh, Snowball? Maybe the reference to snowballs is so gross.
Maybe Chocolate Rain?
Chocolate Rain could also be pretty gross.
For those who are actually looking right now, I'm wearing my Imari Tones t-shirt, and it's the same one that Tak is wearing in his new video.
Oh.
Yeah, which is actually a pretty good song. We can link it in the show notes later, or I can find it right now. Since we're just kind of hanging out right now.
Yeah, we're hanging out. Oh, and for those who are curious, I'm sure you weren't, I just got an alert saying that Google Hangouts for Air is going away on August 1st. So this will probably be our last time using it. So either we have to figure out youtube.com/webcam or Discord or the Skype NDI thing or something.
Or we just retire.
I mean, does Discord carry video?
I think it does, actually.
I don't think it does.
Really? unsure.
I'm fairly certain there's a voice channel, but not a video channel per se, right? Well, they can correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm occasionally wrong.
Occasionally. There's that.
Yes,
There's
yes,
that,
it does, says
that,
Colin.
There's that Imari Tones song.
Okay.
I just linked it up there. So when do you want to start the podcast?
Yeah, let's get proper. Let's get proper started.
Okay, just a second.
Explained the sausage making, and apparently it was Google that stole the Kishka. Is that Polish? Is that a Polish sausage, or is it like a German? I'm not sure what kind of.
It sounds like a Polish word. I know
kielbasa.
Kielbasa is Polish.
Kielbasa. Okay.
And I could really go for kielbasa. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I almost had kielbasa today, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Yeah, I had waffles instead.
Well, it's almost the same thing.
I want to give a shout out, because we were playing a game called. You know what? I'm gonna wait and say that for the show. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Good grief.
Remember to hold. Yeah, Sean, we've got to remember to hold power and reset to save our progress.
Yeah. We're doing it. Doing it live. We're so much better taped. Good Lord.
We're better taped, yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do this.
You want to bring it in or me?
Hold on. I got to make sure. Okay. I can bring it in.
Okay.
But do you have to do any promo-y stuff first?
No. I think okay. So y'all, like, now that you're part of the pre-show, we have to do a pre-show.
Pre-show,
okay. To get things started. Now we're part of the pre-show. We're all part of the pre-show.
We're all part of the pre-show. We are the pre-show.
Yes. You have earned a spot in being part of the pre-show. So now you get to hear us do the things that are less technical. Yes. These are the things that we've probably recorded for other podcasts and had never released. So this is much easier. All right. So the way I wanted to do it was, regular intro, and then we can do a live version of the whole Patreon support thing.
Okay.
Instead of the donate to the thing, because littlepodcast.com is gone. It gone.
Yep.
It gone. Yep. So
it is ceased to be.
it
is shuffled off the mortal coil and joined the choir invisibule.
It is an X.com.
Yes, it is an X.com.
Mm-hmm. All right. So and then we can get into the main topic.
Yep.
And then break for talking to our wonderful patrons.
Yes.
So it's a Famicom Dojo beta. That reminds me of the website. We should mention that too later. Yeah, okay, let's get going, shall we?
Okay. All right. I'm ready. This is going to be great.
My body is ready.
Okay. That's good. Okay, let's do this. Hey, Sean.
Hey, Vinnk.
Funny seeing you here on something we've been setting up for 30 minutes.
Has it only been 30? It feels more like 49.
It does. It does feel like 49 minutes. But here we are, Famicom Dojo live. And remember, we're better taped.
Always better taped. Yes, we are live on YouTube. We decided to start doing this once in a while. And this special occasion is brought to you by our wonderful patrons who got us past our goal to do a live thank you show. And the topic was chosen by them.
By our Patreons, our wonderful, wonderful Patreons.
So what are we talking about today, Vinnk?
We are talking about the first ever import games we played or beat. I think the word is beat.
So many, but yes,
played
beat is a much smaller proportion for me, much smaller.
Yeah, I mean it's got to rank in with less than 5% of the imports I own are ones that I've beat. Wow, that's kind of eye-opening. I don't know if I can,
how many games that you own period have you beaten?
How many games? Oh, I mean, I own thousands of games and I've beat hundreds of games. So, I mean, there's a lot of games that I've played a lot, and there's a lot of games, especially the retro games, that aren't so much a game you play to beat so much as get a high score. Like Is it possible to beat Galaga?
Ooh.
Someone's gonna write in. Of course, it's possible. Haven't you beat it?
I mean,
if so, I have
like a
not.
baby's toy. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though, right? Like because you sold a bunch of your games, but you bought them again in Japan. So
Yes.
does that make them import games anymore since you never took them anywhere?
Oh, you know what? If that's the case, and it's just my U.S. games that are import games at this point, then I have a pretty high beat ratio because I mostly import RPGs, and most RPGs that I start, I do wind up finishing eventually.
Okay.
Beating Galaga involves getting to the kill screen. No, I haven't beat Galaga. Have you beat Pac-Man?
Have you beat Donkey Kong?
Have you beat Donkey? Of course I have. I got through all 3 stages.
I have some news for you about that.
I know. I haven't beat the new game plus, but
sure.
I've totally beat Donkey Kong. I beat Pac-Man too. I had all the dots on the screen.
God.
But I haven't beat the new game plus.
Welcome to the show, everyone. So all right, before we dive into our respective games, little bit more housekeeping. People who are watching on YouTube haven't seen or heard this, or maybe they missed the announcement on Friday, but we are now officially part of the oh God, I goofed that. We are now officially part of the Nerd and Tie podcast.
Oh my gosh, I'm underdressed.
Oh shoot, hold on.
I know they're a podcast with a podcast and a website with a dress code.
Yes, oh goodness, hold on. This is taking way too long, and there's cords wrapped all the way around this, and it's probably
I'm not even gonna try to get out of this room. I'm not even gonna try to get out of this room.
Oh Lord, hold on. I gotta. It's so close. I've gone this far. I can't turn back now. That is called the sunk cost fallacy, everyone.
Yes.
And all right, I'm gonna have to untie the tie, which I have not untied in the last 3 years.
All right, I don't know if this is worth the effort.
It is now. Okay.
All right. Yes, we've definitely got.
This is my Nerd and Tie Expo tie. That is signed by Tiffany Grant, aka Asuka, and Helena. How does she sign it? Does it say stale there? Well,
that's neat. Who else signed your tie?
And Linkara. He was also a guest there.
I have gone this long in my life, and I have no signatures on any of my ties.
So the 4 of us were guests at that particular convention. Yep. So I'm very proud to be among their numbers.
Wow.
Also got to meet Linkara's fiance and now wife, Viga, who you should totes follow on the Twitters. She's got some good stuff. And now
that we're part of the Nerd and Tie Network, are we able to make our own swag ties? Because I would totally get a yellow tie with a red Famicom Dojo logo signed by myself.
Or we could get a red tie with a yellow Famicom Dojo. You know what? We should get both and then wear each one for the appropriate occasion.
One could be it's like Pokemon. You've got 2 different versions that you gotta collect.
Yes. Red and yellow are also appropriate colors.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And apparently people will buy that tie. I don't know how much it costs to make a tie. I certainly have no idea how much it would cost to embroider a tie.
Well, I mean, we're not going to embroider. Definitely people would buy this tie.
I want an embroidered tie now.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
You can trade them. You can wear both of them at once.
Mm-hmm. I did a full Windsor for those who were watching. I decided to go full Windsor with this.
Okay. One. Well done. I am still with just my Imari Tones t-shirt, but that's okay, I guess.
So for those who are curious, nothing really changes. Little podcast has technically been defunct for a number of years now, and we just kept it going. When Rob Matsushida's show 10 minutes about your favorite movie folded, that was pretty much it. I think Born in the 80s was still going.
It might still be going.
It might still be going. Yeah. But Trey's like, hey, you want to join a growing podcast network? And to be fair, while they have 3 shows, it's all of them. So Trey and Gan and Nick. But you know, having the token cis people in the network is very important for them, and I feel proud to be a part of that number.
Bring up their diversity a little bit. Yeah. So but I guess, well, you got the tie. I brought, you know what, I don't have a tie today, but I brought the nerd, and like I really brought the nerd hard, so we should be good.
I mean, look at that room. That den of shame says it all. I mean, it's not nearly as shameful as what you see behind me here. Actually, I was working on the wall of shame, which is in the pile of shame intro, adding new things to it. And I'm running out of room. That's all I gotta say.
You're running out of room. I'm in a smallish closet right now.
Fair enough. I have a basement that's the size of maybe half of my first floor. So I have a little bit of room, but a leak.
Unfair.
So the leak's got to be avoided. Okay, so we'll take a little break, and the audio people will hear the Patreon thing, and you'll hear a version of it too. So let's just slide right into it. So,
I am looking forward to this.
Yeah. Hey everyone, did you know that you can give to the Famicom Dojo Patreon? We have a Patreon page and have had it since about June 1st, where we blew through our first goal that we thought would take months to reach. And it's because of all you awesome people that we have this great show today and this great topic. But if you too would like to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/Famicom Dojo or check the link in the show notes and give as little as $1. It's better than an ad. It's called better than an ad. And it's definitely more than we would get from advertising from you or anyone in the span of a month. Actually, I've started removing some of the in-between ads and stuff from the existing videos because they're kind of annoying and we don't need them anymore. So thank you, everyone. This is the part where we need to thank our actual patrons who have given. So new patron, Alberto Vera, who's giving at the You Might Get a T-shirt level. And that one for 3 months in a row will get you a T-shirt. So if you can't do it continuously or downgrade before that, then you don't get the T-shirt. So that's why it's might. Yeah,
I love that.
So and then we have 4 Dojo Disciples. Tomorrow we'll have a 5th. For those who are curious, but it's taking forever to load this. It's really ruining my flow here. So in alphabetical order, I apologize. It's not pledge order. Ooh, can I do pledge order? Ooh, I'm gonna try and do it pledge order.
Okay.
Oh, I can't because 3 of them were on the same day. Okay. Earl Grey the Third, Alana Dunnitz. I got it right that time.
Nice.
Psycho Lavos, aka Tristan. Call me Tristan, he says to us. And Colin Swinburne, which apparently I've pronounced that correctly as well.
Nice.
Thank you, Colin. Thank you all 5 of you. And then everyone we didn't mention. That's just the way that the Patreon categories are set up. I can't believe that we hit the $25 goal already.
We were expecting to get there in about a few months. Yeah,
there was like people like $1, $2, maybe 2 if we're lucky. And no, but most of you are giving at 5 or more right now, and that's incredible. I did not expect that.
Thank you so much. Like
Thank you very much.
That just blows us away.
So, all right, I guess without further ado, then let's get on with the show.
Okay, topic time. Oh, if you would like to become a sponsor of us for Patreon, why don't you throw that link up? I mean, of course, you can just go to Patreon and you can type
throw it
Famicom.
up, all right.
Yeah. Sean, please throw up in the chat.
All right.
Wait. No, wait.
Did you see Game Dave's Baldur's Gate 3 review? Like he reviewed the trailer.
Nope, but 4,000 other people did. Oh, Game Dave, we love you. We're just really jealous. Don't worry.
Oh God.
We love you though. Like Game Dave,
Yes.
Game Dave deserves everything because he's such a great guy. But we're great guys too.
I've heard that. He actually got into the Pile of Shame stream and I missed it. The last one of the Battletoads.
Oh really?
And and you know, after he said hello, he didn't say anything after that. But yeah, I feel bad because I reviewed the stream at the end and I'm like, I missed Dave.
It appears that during this stream right now we have encouraged 2 additional people to become Patreons. So wow,
awesome!
Thank you so much,
Elizabeth Clark and Satoshi Matrix. This isn't your official announcement. You'll get one for the next podcast, the next video. That's the other thing too, is that you get mentioned in the podcast, you get mentioned in the video at certain levels, and you'll be re-mentioned as long as you're given. So we'll be adding more stuff to these existing tiers soon. And you know, I was gonna say wait for the Kickstarter, but I'm not going to say no now. In fact, the more people give now, the less we'll have to do for a Kickstarter later. I'm just saying.
I mean, if the Patreon goes well enough, we'll get those videos printed without ever doing a Kickstarter, because Kickstarters have been a little hit or miss lately, the ones I've been donating to. So
yeah, I mean, we would get ours out. That wouldn't be a problem.
Definitely.
It'd be reaching our goal.
You can trust us.
I trust us.
I do trust us. For those who just became Patreons, thank you very much, and I will get you your custom Discord tags soon, right after this podcast.
Sweet.
Speaking of which, we have a Discord. If anybody,
yes,
needs,
Do you want to drop that in the chat, or should we give those out?
I'll drop it in the chat while you're getting your other stuff ready.
Okay. I mean, yeah, guys. Seriously, it's been wild. It's been a wild month and a half since we talked about setting up the Discord and getting Patreon set up.
By the way, those of you who are part of our Discord already, you are giving us so much inspiration to keep doing these. Last week I wasn't planning to do any stream, but people were like, oh, it's not the same. It's not a weekend without a stream. And it made me so happy that it's, you know, sometimes you just need a little kick to inspire you to keep going. And you guys have been just awesome. So thank you so much.
Did you end up doing one this weekend? I didn't think so. I
didn't because of this stream.
Oh, okay. Because you're here.
But if we weren't doing this one, I would have streamed last night.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, enough self-congratulation. Let's get on with it.
All right, let's go.
So, Vinnk, what was the first import game that you ever beat?
The first one, you know, I had to actually think about this because there were definitely ones that I imported before this game, but the first all Japanese exclusive game that I beat is Tenchi Muyo.
Tenchi Muyo.
If for anybody watching the stream, I'm holding it right now, but it's a nice orange looking box, and it is an SRPG, which is probably how I was able to beat it without actually understanding Japanese at the time. But I mean, I was a big Tenchi Muyo fan already, and that's why I imported it. And I figured it out purely from trial and error. There was no fan translation at the time. GameFAQs didn't have any walkthrough about it. I imported it. Gosh, where did I even get it from? Not Liksang. I don't think they even existed yet. I don't even remember where I imported it from. Probably just an eBay seller, but I got it as a cartridge only game, and then when I moved to Japan, it was one of the first games that I bought from a store, and I got myself a nice copy of it. It's oh gosh, you can't really see much from the case.
No, but it plays like if it's the one I'm thinking of, it plays like Final Fantasy Tactics, right?
Yeah, it does. And all of the you know, just different commands, whatever are in kanji, but once you figure them out, once you figure out what they do, and it was just from trial and error, it's not that hard of a game, and I was able to beat it. And because I'm familiar with the characters, I was able to kind of understand what was going on through the cutscenes, even though I couldn't read everything. I think that's the thing. If you're a fan of a series, you can kind of brute force your way through import games.
That's true, especially ones like this where it's like press A to win.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a great game, and I still recommend it to. I don't know if I'd recommend it to someone who's not familiar with Tenchi Muyo, but it's definitely a game that's beatable without knowing Japanese. Because, as I said, this is before I ever took even one Japanese class. I think I knew Konnichiwa and karaoke, and I pronounced it exactly that way. So.
Oh no, it's okay. We forgive you.
But I also, around that time, I imported Pokemon Green for my brother, which I didn't know at the time was essentially just Pokemon Blue. So,
oh no,
Pokemon,
and in Japan, ew boy.
Yeah. But gosh, what were other early games that I imported? I imported Neon Genesis Evangelion for the N64.
Okay.
That was that's probably one of the first 10 games I beat. I didn't import it quite as early as the Tenchi Muyo one. The first game of length, which I had to use a walkthrough guide for, was the Sakura Taisen series. And,
okay, sure.
You knew that I was into those even back when I was in the United States, because I would try to get people to come over and play them with me with a walkthrough, but no one was ever that interested.
Yeah, like, and well, it's weird though, right? Because I went to Japan in 2003 after you went in 2001, and I grabbed a whole bunch of games, including those ones. I even have like a Sakura Taisen like PS1 memory card that I got to put all my import stuff and save it on there. But, yeah, I was aware, and that just reminds me of how many like Saturn and Dreamcast, mostly Saturn games actually, that I got at the time and never really played, and it's been 16 years.
Oh. Well, okay. What was the first one? What was the first one that you ever beat, though? I'm getting back to our question.
So technically, it was the same game. So when I was a young man becoming an adult, there was this little thing called Cartoon Network, and that still exists. But what doesn't exist anymore is Toonami, and Toonami had a couple of shows that promoted. First, it had Gundam Wing, and that got me real into Gundam, and made me think that it was super deep and super political. And that is, I don't feel that way anymore, but I still have a soft spot in my heart for Gundam Wing. But after they pulled everyone in with Gundam Wing, they were advertising Tenchi Muyo.
Okay.
And I decided that I loved this show. It for those who haven't seen it or heard of it, it's basically a magical boy series cross harem anime.
I guess you could say that.
It's a little softer than that. It's not too bad. But the original show that they showed was the OVAs. And I didn't realize it at the time. Yeah. So, and that's still my favorite version. It's still my favorite anime version of the whole story, because they went through that. They went through Universe. They went through Tenchi in Tokyo, and
Universe is my favorite, probably because I saw it first, and it's also I think they
actually finished the story.
Yeah, it tells a more complete story. I mean, you know, they've done things with the OVA series was so spread around. It was hard, but I think I mean, by the way, I watched Tenchi Universe recently with my kids, it holds up pretty well. They
I believe
enjoyed it. They enjoyed it. So
while I believe it's a more rounded show universe, I like the originals the most, if for no other reason than like Ryoko and Tenchi's relationship, which is different in every show, but that's the one that gets me the most. That's the one that I enjoy the most, and everything else is just unimportant and kind of falls away. And like in universe, I feel like every character is like an like a more two-dimensional version of themselves. I don't want to get into it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but okay. So other than the Tenchi Muyo game, though, what else have you beat from early importing?
Oh, sure. Sorry. Let me finish that thought first, because I was coming to a point.
Go ahead.
So I went out and I found this game as emulated, because it was like 1999, 2000, somewhere around there, and then I played and beat it. So that's technically the first import game, but I didn't really import it. Does it really count? I don't think that counts.
That does not count.
It does not count. Okay. So like I said, I was in Japan 2003, brought a whole bunch of games back, didn't beat any of them, hardly played most of them. So what finally got me was this fella right here. How do I start over?
Ooh.
How do I start over and show the title screen? Wow, it didn't really work. Anyway, Tatakai Owendan was the first game that I ever beat, and again, because you don't have to like know a lot. The Japanese is limited to comics and stuff, and some of the menu controls and whatnot. But it's full of J-pop, which I was listening to already. Like in addition to like the games I brought back a ton of CDs. And I think the Brilliant Green, still some of my favorite stuff.
Brilliant Green is so good. I love their song "I'm a Player in TV Games."
See, we have taste, or so we like to think.
We have some kind of taste, yes.
So beating Elite Beat Agents. Oh God, that's the American adaptation. It's not even like, it's more of like a remake around a more American theme. It's kind of a sequel. And there is an Elite Beat Agents. God, I'm gonna say it. There's an Owendan 2 as well.
You just got that from me like this year, right?
Yes, I actually lost my copies of all 3 of those games along with my DS in 2007. It was the year that I was at GeekCon, and both Doug Walker, that guy with the glasses, and Linkara were there, as a matter of fact. DaishoCon, not GeekCon. It was DaishoCon. In 2007. And at some point during the day, I just put it down and never picked it up again, and I never got that stuff back. Which includes the DS that I got in Japan that I loved so much. I could never find a suitable replacement. But anyway, beating Owendan doesn't mean the end of Owendan, because there are more difficult modes.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds. Did you unlock everyone in the end?
I believe I at least unlocked everyone. I don't know if I beat the hardest setting, but I at least unlocked everything. So I beat that. It requires beating the game up to 3 times if you do the simple, easy version first, which is not the default. I think I went through that whole thing anyway.
Is it possible that Doug Walker stole your games?
I mean, I didn't want to say it out loud, but
all right. Hey, you want to know how old Elite Beat Agents is?
I don't, but tell me.
I bought my copy at Circuit City.
Oh God. I bought my TV at Circuit City. You can kind of see it if you look in the corner, the far corner. I've had a TV since 2007.
Okay, for those outside of the U.S., Circuit City was a retail outlet that's been gone for a very long time now.
A very long time. I think the one in Madison where I bought this from is still upon America.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure. They don't really carry video game stuff. I've looked.
Yeah.
Yes, but that was my first. It was my favorite. I never actually got around to beating Elite Beat Agents 2. I don't think the songs just weren't the same, and then I lost it. So it's been a few years. So it's 12 years later, I'm going to get back into the swing of things.
Sean, did you ever get into the Rhythm Tengoku series? Here, let me hold them. Let me
Yeah.
hold them up so people can see.
Did I get a copy from you once? I feel like I must have.
You might have. I mean, I think the DS one was released in the US, but the original Game Boy Advance one was not.
Okay.
So.
And there's like other things like Daigasso Band Brothers and
Yep.
all that stuff. And like the kinds of games that led up to this is like Parappa the Rapper.
Yep.
They were all we had played Samba de Amigo in the college dorm lobby, like a whole winter.
Oh yeah, you probably beat Samba 2000 before you beat Owendon, right?
Do you really beat Samba though? I mean, you unlock a lot of things. It's not really a game you beat.
I find that I feel the thrill of victory every time I play it. So.
Yes. Well, never give me a lot to think about.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Darn it.
But anyway, maybe should we do you want to continue with this or should we move on?
Well, how about let's throw it out to everyone else.
Sure.
We'll talk to you, everyone who's in the stream, but then anyone who's listening to the audio version can send us in their comments. Like, what was your first import game that you beat? I would love to hear that. If anyone's got stories here in the live chat, then you can share them now.
Yeah, some of you have been writing already, but if you could just rewrite it in, we'll read it out. Gosh, what's the most recent import game you've beat, Sean? Well, people are typing. Let's talk about that.
Oh, sure. Well, what have I imported recently?
I mean, you got the Owendon 2 from me. What else did I send with that? I sent you a Transformers game. Have you?
Oh God.
Jumped into that?
So for those who are curious, there's a Transformers game for N64 and then one for Game Boy, and they connect through the N64 transfer pack. There's also a couple for Famicom, one for one cart and one disk system. Actually, one of the first Famicom Dojo episodes I wanted to do was to talk about these terrible Transformers games, but there was a problem that around 2007, there were actually good Transformers games starting to come out, including at least better than the baseline, including the one based off of the movie that year for the Wii. So there was one I had played on PS2. That was what's that called? That like Hyrule Warriors type game.
Oh, like a Muso type game.
Yeah. It was a Muso game. So it was weird to see like 50 Moto Masters coming at you to beat them all up. But yeah.
I just got the Transformers PS2 game, a Japan exclusive for someone else through Japan Retro Direct requested that for me. I can try to get another copy. It might be good for your Transformers video.
Which one?
There was a Japan exclusive PS2 game. It was just called Transformers.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that is the one you're talking. That was the Muso type one. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been to Japan a while when I go about stuff. Speaking of, can I spam a little right now?
Spam a little. I'm gonna read these comments and see who.
Okay, because I have an import gaming store. If anybody would like to get some games, I'm gonna put the link in the chat right now, and we'll also have it in the show notes if you're listening to this as a podcast. But you can just search for Japan Retro Direct, and it'll come up, and I'm happy to help people find some of those rarer things that they're looking for, or you can just buy the cheaper things off my shop.
So Colin Swinburne says his first import was Final Fantasy II. It was nothing but brute force. Let me think about that. I have Final Fantasy 1 and 2 for Game Boy, and that's an American translation, I think.
Okay.
I think. And then I have the Famicom versions of 1 and 3, although I also have 3 for 3DS or for DS, which means it's in 3D and in English translation. So I can play all these games in English. And I also have like the that PlayStation version that has like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy 5 on it. Is 4 on there too, or is it just 5?
I don't even remember. It depends. There depends on what region they were released in, how they got. Because I know that didn't one of them, it said Final Fantasy something, but it had Chrono Trigger on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like
well,
that.
That's how I played Final Fantasy V for the first time, was on that set.
Colin, when you brute forced Final Fantasy II, was that on Famicom or one of the re-releases? Okay. Daniel writes, am I going to say this right? Bahamut Lagoon. It's a Square Enix really late release. It came out after Chrono Trigger, and it's a good game. But there was even a sequel made for it for, I think, the Nintendo DS. But none of them have ever been released in the United States.
Trey wants us to know that Toonami still exists, or it exists again, and they're about to start showing Gundam Origins, probably the most political Gundam show there is. So yep. I stand corrected. And then Philosophy Tube also has a hilarious video about Tenchi Muyo that I should watch, so I'm asking him to post the link. Colin Swinmore wants to say Doug Walker definitely stole my games. I am not saying that, for the record.
No. But he's also not saying that.
God. ODP Asians too. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that. Oh, Lord.
Okay. Go ahead.
Satoshi Matrix. Did you read that one already?
No, I didn't read it yet. You can go ahead.
The first one he beat was Pocket Monsters Green, so that's Pokemon Green, or I guess blue, technically. He was really into Pokemon, was so mad Green wasn't localized when Red and Blue were. Turns out, that the Green is actually blue. Go ahead.
Satoshi Matrix, are you me? Because I did the same thing. I got it for my brother for his birthday.
Okay, I can't find it, but when I was at Midwest Gaming Classic this year, I picked up a copy of Leaf Green, which is the first remake of Pokemon Blue/Green, and I was gonna use it for the video we just put out about Pokemon, but then I just made passing reference to it. It's like I don't need to capture the actual video. If I want to do like a direct comparison of like the styles and stuff, I'll do that. But given how well that video was received, might not.
They should have localized it for America as Leaf Blue.
Right. You want to read Elizabeth's?
Yeah, sure. The first import game I ever beat was probably Super Metroid. I know it's the same ROM that was featured in North America, but I first beat the Super Famicom release. Why? I mean, I guess it's cheaper. I don't know. Steve says I beat Contra Spirit Super Famicom, and I bought Contra Spirit Super Famicom and beat it immediately on hard difficulty because it's one of my favorite games. Wow, nice.
Not to AutoWorks asks if we did any good GameCube stuff, and I got a game that is completely escaping my brain right now. Hold on, let me see if I can wheel over to the. I can't. Just 1 second.
Okay. Yardbird said The Goonies on Famicom, which is one of my Oh my goodness, which is one of my wife's favorite games because when she was a kid, she got New Year's money, the otoshidama, from her parents, and her brother tricked her into buying that game, even though she didn't even know what video games were at the time. But she eventually grew to love it. And yeah, the first Goonies game was never released in the United States, which is strange because it's based off a Steven Spielberg movie. And I, for years, believed that there was a film called Goonies 2, which was what the game was based off, and that our video rental store just didn't have it. It was not until I was an adult that I realized that there wasn't a sequel to Goonies. It's very embarrassing, but the numbering on that game really messed me up.
Okay, I don't have the game in here, but it was some Japanese game people were playing for the GameCube like around 2002 or so. I had this freeloader thing and I used it, so the game will run, but all the language was in weird ANSI characters. It wasn't even in Japanese.
Really?
So I bought a Japanese GameCube, which you can sort of see in the corner of the shelf behind me, that orange one back there with the Game Boy player on it.
Yeah.
And And so I have, that was in 2011 when we were last at Tokyo Game Show, and I still haven't tried that game in it. It was 8 years ago. It's on my pile of shame. Hey, you know what I can stream? I can stream GameCube games because they're in a full 640 by 480. That's nice. So, but just like going through my my thing here, I got my Game Boy player, Beautiful Joe, which I haven't beaten, Zelda, Wind Waker, and then Ocarina of Time Master Quest edition, Metroid Prime, Monkey Ball 2, F-Zero GX, Mario Kart Double Dash, Soul Calibur 2 with Link, and Smash Brothers Melee. I have more GameCube games, but these are the ones that I would play the most, and I haven't really gotten rid of this case or changed anything. Ooh, Genuine Stuffle-On Fabric.
There you go.
Very, very nice. All right, do we have any more stories, or shall we move along?
I guess I can talk about my GameCube stuff. I haven't beat Gift Pia yet, but it's one of the ones that I'm playing.
Is Gift Pia the one I'm thinking of? I bet you it is. I bet you that's the one I'm thinking of. I think Gift Pia is the game I'm thinking of.
Perhaps it's the one by Skip. It looks a little Animal Crossing-y, but it's an RPG.
It's definitely it.
Great game. I need to delve into it more. Skip made some awesome games that all sold like garbage, but they've made some cool. Captain Rainbow is a great game, despite like it being a joke for how bad it flopped. It's a great game. Let's see. The first import GameCube game I beat was Eternal Darkness. Now I say import because my GameCube is Japanese, so I only had Japanese games, and I got that freeloader disc, but I used it the opposite way. I used it to play US games.
Okay.
Yep. And oh man, Eternal Darkness. What a great game.
I love that game. I'm kind of sad that the quasi Kickstarter thing didn't succeed, but I guess the guy who ran the studio and ran there was a lot of stuff going on. So we were never going to get the same game because he wasn't, as far as I can tell, that involved in making the first one, and certainly not the parts that made it good.
Yep.
But I still, I played it like, I want to say, 2006.
Yeah.
To play it through for the third time to get the final ending, and it still held up. And this is after the Wii was released, so yeah.
Goonies 2 was a Blockbuster exclusive. Stop it! Don't make me have to look that up. Still, in my brain, there's a Goonies 2. Okay.
Right. I want to know who Tech Baron Cameras and More is, because he's mentioned something about Poweteers and like season 1 stuff. So either he's a fan from way back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we're being trolled a little bit.
Yeah, it happens. All right, so
should we move on then?
Let's move on.
All right. So do we have any games on our pile of shame or future retro this week? Because I got one.
Let's see. You know what? I want to mention a game that I've been playing. I'll go pile of shame before we hit the future retro.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's one that's on your pile of shame as well.
Ooh.
It is Final Fantasy X and X-2 Remaster.
Oh, God.
Okay, and I say this because so I wanted to get the Japanese version, obviously, of it, because they're both actually on the cassette. They're both actually on the cart for the Japanese version, whereas the US version gives you the first one on the cart, and X-2 is merely a download code, which I think is dirty and gross. But it's on here. It's got Japanese and English on the cart, depending on what your system is set to. And so it's one of the very few games that uses it's got neat internal art too. It's one of the few games that uses the 32 gigabyte cart. I think it's the second one ever. So I'd highly recommend getting the Japanese version if you want to play it. But anyway, so Final Fantasy X-2, and I know it's on your pile of shame because we've talked about this.
Yeah, so I don't want to repeat myself too much, but suffice to say, I played 10. right up until Blitzball, and had way more fun playing Blitzball and leveling up my characters than I did playing Final Fantasy X. So I stopped around 2005. I want to say.
I still remember that I was trying to encourage you to buy a Dreamcast rather than a PS2, and you're like, I can't. I have to buy the PS2 because I have to play Final Fantasy X. And I'm like, it's not going to be that good. Shenmue.
Because there were other games like well, I don't think that that Katamari was out yet. So that was just a bonus.
Yeah. Oh no, that Katamari was a ways away. Okay. Do the 32 gigabyte cards taste different? Should I find out?
Now is the time to find out. I just realized that my camera is pointed up way too high.
Let's see. Okay, so here's the cart. They don't really look different. Let's see if they taste different. I bought this secondhand, so I don't know. Someone else might have pre-licked this. If you lick them enough, the stuff goes away. So.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's give this a try. No, they don't taste different. They still taste like bug spray. Oh man, do I have water? Oh my. Ugh.
Well, he's off doing that.
just a moment. Yeah, Sean, take over for a bit.
Oh,
gross.
Oh, good lord. So my pile of shame. I'm just gonna plug Pile of Shame Live shamelessly.
Okay,
as it were. I've been trying to get things off my Pile of Shame, and doing a pre-recorded Pile of Shame video is how I would do that. But I would pick specific titles. Right now, I can do it a lot faster, and I can actually get viewer feedback on what they would like next. So there have been 3 of these so far. One kind of impromptu. The first was the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Infocomet text adventure game, which I actually have beaten, and I wanted to stream though because it was Towel Day on May 25th, and I had to push it to a Monday. Long story. Anyway, we did not finish, unfortunately, but I do want to come back to that one. We later did Battletoads. That was the most recent, and I did not beat it for whoever was asking in the chat, and we did not beat it. Gaming there, but I at least got to the snakes. I got past the snakes, which was my goal.
I enjoyed watching you fail. I really did enjoy that.
I did cheat. I used the Retron 5 because I knew that I would not be able to get through it in time. Having not practiced for a while.
I don't know. With Battletoads, I don't even find save states cheating so much.
Right. I also did the Famicom Mini and unboxing because we want to do a proper review of that yet in our style, of course. But I figured I don't want to really do another unboxing because no one watches those. But then
I got something to unbox.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
But I decided I'll just pop in live and we'll unbox this thing. I've had that thing for a year, so it was technically on my pile of shame. And people loved it, and I didn't expect that, and I had a lot of fun doing it, so that was really nice. And I did find out that it is in some ways superior to the Famicom Online you can get in your Switch, so that's a little disappointing. So there's reasons to have both, I guess.
Okay.
I guess. So what do you got for future retro?
Okay, for future, you know what? Maybe I mean we talked about this a little earlier, so why don't you actually bring this in?
Oh, okay. I mean, I was gonna pretend like we didn't know we were gonna pick the same thing and be like, oh, hey.
Yeah, let's do that. Here, okay. All right. So my future retro is a little game. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's called Crypt of the Necrodancer. And I mean, you should be like surprised. But
I've been nodding in agreement. Yes, yes. Go on.
Okay. It's gosh, how would I even describe this? It's a top-down rhythm dungeon crawler shooter.
Not even a shooter. It's like a mix of a lot of the games we've been talking about. It's not like
it would definitely not be a shooter. It would definitely not be a shooter because you like set up your shot before the beat. Right. So it's like It's a turn-based gauntlet.
Well, that's good.
It's got a really awesome soundtrack. Gosh, what? Yeah.
Necro dance. Thanks, Adam Robinson.
I don't know, but like, it's kind of hard to describe because there's not really many games like it.
Sure. Well, it's a bit like Zelda.
It is a bit like Zelda, interestingly enough.
It's a bit like the 16-bit Zelda and 8-bit Zelda.
So, yeah, I guess, and Nintendo must have thought so too, because what happened there?
Well, they worked together to make a game called Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer. Cadence being the primary first normal mode character in Crypt of the Necrodancer. There are more you can unlock.
Yes.
So as clearly, I've been playing this game too, and it is also my future retro.
Yeah.
So I also got it when it was $4. I think Phil told me because he'd been talking about it a lot, and he reminded me, hey, you have like 1 or 2 days left to buy this. So I bought it and then didn't pick it up until like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I played it for 3 hours. Picked it up, couldn't put it down for 3 hours. That's how I'm going to describe that game. I was obsessed until I got it. Understood what was going on.
I've heard really good things about that game. Really, and I was always interested to pick it up, but it was kind of one of those more expensive indie titles, probably worth it, but you know, it's one that I don't like, you know, it's one that I would have liked to demo first, you know.
Right.
See if it was my type of game, but then when it hit $4, which I think that's over now, but I was like, I bought it, but I didn't really play it. I think I turned it on to see if it, you know, came on the screen, and that's all I did. But then once I heard you talking about it, I was like, oh, I got to really get into this. So I was playing it last night, not for quite as long as you, just for a little bit, but I'm definitely going to continue with it. It's super fun.
Yeah,
There's a demo on the Japanese eShop. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh well. There's a lot of demos recently that I've been downloading that I haven't tried yet. Yeah.
You know, I feel bad now because like if I can see that I'm playing it. If I had been able to get the stream working the way I wanted to, we could have seen us play the game as we were talking. Wouldn't that be a thing?
I mean, we can still play it while we're talking, just individually.
I got to talk so I can see my screen. I'm gonna just move around. Yeah, I see that, and then like her heart's in the bottom there, and then yeah. Anyway, it's crazy that the tunes are catchy. You know, they're like a cross between like dance music and chip tunes, and the game the areas are kind of randomly generated. Like they have the same basic components, but the layouts are kind of different, and the drops are random-ish. There are spots in the game where you can collect diamonds, and then when you go to the lobby area, you can spend those diamonds on getting better drops, guaranteed frequent stuff, and basically leveling up that way is the way that I beat the first zone, because I suppose it might be possible to do, but I did not have the skill to do it unless I had a lot of upgrades, essentially. But that was also the learning curve for me, understanding how the game worked. And I finally got through. There are like 4 levels, and then there's a boss battle. If you haven't gotten through 4 levels, either by not surviving long enough or whatever, then you probably wouldn't get that far. But even apparently the bosses are random. Like I encountered one once, died right away because I was not prepared to fight one, and then when I got through again, it was a different boss. So,
I mean, I just think it's very, very cool. So, I don't know. I haven't gotten far enough into it to to say that, but has it inspired you to buy the Zelda one?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I went and looked at some videos of it because I hadn't really looked before, and I'm like,
Yeah.
man, wouldn't it be neat if like the whole disco area that gets overlaid is just like on the Zelda world, and you can still like interact with the Zelda world that way? And apparently, that's exactly what this game is. So, yeah, the art style's been upgraded to more of the 16-bit looking stuff. It was more 8-bit for the original.
Yeah.
And I mean, from what it looks like, you can play as Zelda and Cadence. I mean, I've only seen Link and Cadence as playable characters so far in the videos, but any game where you can play as Zelda is a good game.
Yeah. But I mean, you know me though. Like, I will definitely buy that if it's like $5. But otherwise, I will spend 35 to buy it physically. I'm that kind of person, you know. I'm one of the people who waits for physical.
Yeah, is it going to happen though?
I don't know. It's like, it's Nintendo, so maybe not. Like, I still remember how I thought NES Remix would never come out physically, so I just bought it digitally, and then there you go, you know. So I don't know.
I mean, I'll do both. I'll buy it digitally, and then when the inevitable limited run games version comes out, then I've already seen cases on Etsy and stuff like that.
Yeah, so. I don't know. I especially for games that turn out to be really good. I mean, I always think that games are not going to come out physically, and then I finally bite the bullet. Like, I bought Oxenfree and Thimbleweed Park and all of these, and then they come out. I waited on Celeste, which was the good move there, because Limited Run did that. But I don't know. I like owning games that I really love, and I'm hoarding them now because it looks like the all digital future is gonna beat me up. Yep.
Oh man. Well, I look forward to playing more of this game and getting through Zone 2. I also unlocked a new character, which I played a little bit of Zone 1 again with him. But yeah, I need to play more other games. Yeah. Speaking of limited run games, next Pile of Shame Live is going to be Night Trap.
Ooh.
So that is what the polls and the unofficial votes have decided, which I was actually going to do until Battletoads came up. I haven't played Night Trap at all, mind you.
Ever?
So I just know about it ever. I just know about its history. I was going to buy a like a 32X version or something. There was some like Sega CD version, but it was like $80-$90. I'm like, no, that's not happening.
Really? That was a pretty common game back on the Sega CD.
That's what it costs now. I don't know.
Yep. So there's mine. Mine's still shrink wrapped, but I have played Night Trap before though. But I do want to play this version because it's got that like that trial game in, like what was it, like the game that was used to sell the idea of Night Trap.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's built in, and I think there's some other special features that came from the limited edition. So I'm really looking forward to that. Did you get the same case art I did? I know the cover is reversible.
Yes.
Okay, so this is definitely the Sega CD re-release version of it, because the original one was like a drawing, which was a little more risque. So when they re-released it, they gave it this kind of case. I think it's very cool how Limited Run does both cases, and I love Night Trap, but I wasn't going to pay to have sealed copies of both art.
Right.
But some people, hey, if you do, if you do that, that's fine, because you're a friend of mine. Because even though that seems to be way more than I would spend on something like that, the fact that you're helping those people keep digital games going, I approve. I was given Night Trap on Switch for free by Doug. Really? Oh my! That's the sound of a bunch of Super Famicom games falling over behind me. Yeah. Saturday Morning RPG and Cosmic Star Heroine for free from those guys to talk about on the podcast, which I did. I bought a Blind Box and got Night Trap.
Trey's asking about Olympus is going to be. It's going to be probably later half of July after I'm back from Boston, and we released another not live video. But yes.
All right, but yeah, it's but anyway, it's I'm looking forward to seeing you try Night Trap for the first time. I originally played it on the 3DO. Actually, I played it on the 3DO, and it's very interesting because different versions of it were made for different systems, and they've re-recorded certain bits of the video to show like different game systems controllers and things.
It's actually just wild to me.
The history of that game is amazing, and you know what? It's one I've never beat, but I've played it enough to get the Night Trap song, which really is my victory, because there is a Night Trap song that they sing. It's very meta within the game Night Trap.
Right.
Yeah, it's and of course the whole reason we got these games is due to Howard Lincoln, who told us that it would never be on a Nintendo system.
So therefore it had to be.
Eventually. Of course. Now I'm just waiting for them to give a physical release to Final Fantasy VII to make that thing also become not true. They're like the depth and scope of Final Fantasy VII could never be put on a cartridge, was like one of the things that they said. So I'm waiting. Come on, make it happen, Square. Make it happen.
Software at all is enough, which I haven't bought yet. Wasn't that on sale? Oh, Final Fantasy IX was on sale.
I don't know. I'm planning to pick up Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, pretty soon. I never played 12, so I think I probably own a copy on PlayStation 2, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right.
Well, let's take a little break and look at the chat again, and then let's get set up for the next segment.
Okay, great. All right, guys. Whew, time for a little break. You know, when I get hungry, I like to eat Switch game cartridges. This is where a sponsored message would happen if we had any sponsors.
All right, this is where the cross network whatever. This is where we would play the 10 minutes about your favorite movie, one of the 3 that we had put together.
Yep.
And I loved those stingers, man.
Oh, those were good. But
then I think they outlasted the show. Like, I didn't realize the show was done.
Yeah, it ended shortly after I was the guest on there. Huh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, man. All right. Oh, let's acknowledge some of the people in the chat right now. Oh, I'm going to talk about Stormwood and Associates.
Oh yeah, so since we don't have a network spot set up, we can just talk about that.
I think we should.
Maybe
Stormwood and Associates is a RPG podcast where they're playing wait, hold on, am I thinking of the right one?
Yeah. I mean, it's it's like why would I go there? I'm gonna compare it right off the bat to the Adventure Zone.
Okay, I was trying to think of a way of not tying it to Maximum Fun, because it's its own thing, but it's similar to that. Yeah.
I don't know what system they're using. Trey, what system are you using for that? But I've listened to, I think, 3 episodes. I want to say I am behind in all my podcasts. That's not a knock against Stormwood and Associates.
Yep. And I mean, you should listen to everything if if you're like, oh, I don't know about Nerd and Tie because I don't know those guys. Well, we've been on episodes of Nerd and Tie, and you can use that as your starting place.
And in fact, if you look in the feed,
Yep.
there is an episode. There's a April Fool's episode that they hosted.
Yes, they hosted. It was, you see, we're playing the long game here, so I mean, it was a teaser for the fact that we'd eventually join that network.
Exactly.
We play the really long game.
I mean, we did the same thing with Zach's
Yep.
No Topic Acquired podcast.
Yep.
Which is also no longer around. Rest in peace. But
yep.
The Powit Network was our first podcast network.
Yep.
Before Little Podcasts. Now we're on our third podcast network. We've killed 2 podcast networks. Sorry, Trey.
We outlived them all.
All
right. Let's read a couple. Right. Let's read a couple comments. Let's see. Let's see. Daniel says, wait, it is on the Switch. Yeah, all the Final Fantasy games are on the Switch. Or everything from 10 to, I guess, current skipping the MMOs are on the Switch now. So you've got 7. Soon you'll have the remaster of 8. 9's on there already. 10 and 10-2. Final Fantasy, well, 11 obviously not. But 12... the Zodiac Age, it's the remaster plus the extra stuff that was in the international version. Oh, never mind. You don't have Final Fantasy 13. But you know what? That's okay. And then there's the pocket version of Final Fantasy 15. So not my thing. I'd rather play the PlayStation 4 version, but if you want something portable, that's there too. Yeah, lots of Final Fantasies.
Final Fantasy 7 is currently $15. So that's not a sale price. That's the normal price, it looks like.
Okay. Yeah, I think so.
Like, I kind of want to download it, but I also I need to beat that last weapon, the underwater one, the green one. That's all I haven't done yet. I got a gold chocobo, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
I play that game hard.
Okay. Daniel says, I'm telling you, the Switch is another golden age. Agreed. We'll do another cast on this one later, but my goodness, I've never bought so many new games at full price for any system since Dreamcast, which I probably shouldn't compare it to because most people wouldn't consider Dreamcast a golden age, but I did. Oh man, I loved that thing.
Hey, Vinnk, open up the Tenchi Mail Questions Discord thing.
Oh yeah, good idea. Just a moment. I think we got away with it. I don't think anyone heard us.
I know, that was pretty good.
All right, Tenchi Mail Questions. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I see a...
We're not ready to start, but I figured get that ready.
All right. Mario asked, hardest video game you've ever played.
I mean, I literally just said we're not ready to read them yet.
What? You're just about to read that?
No, I said we're not quite ready to read them. I just wanted you to have it open so that when we do start, we're both on the same page, literally.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry. I was so looking at the chat. I just wanted us to be on this.
Oh, okay. It's okay because this part's not going in the podcast, right? Yeah.
No, it's not.
And no one's hearing it except
Oh no.
We're live.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. Oh no. Guys.
Walker hears this.
Guys,
Doug, I know you're listening. Doug, I know you didn't steal my DS.
Wipe that from your memory.
Oh Lord. Okay, I think have we exhausted the live stream chat?
I think so. For now.
Right. We won't read that. If anyone's wondering, we'll add the haiku to the audio version.
Yep.
That's what'll go here instead.
Yes.
Okay, so I think now would be a good time to bring back the Denchi Mail segment. Like bring it into the main show. We've tried this once before, but I don't think we've really stuck with it. But what helps is our Discord, which
Yes,
everyone here
Discord.
who's listening should join. And you can ask us questions there, and then we shall answer them, such as.
All right. Okay. All right. There's the timing. Okay. Mario asks the hardest game you've ever played and games you have still yet to complete. Games I've still yet to complete, nearly all of them, and hardest game you've ever played. I mean, I guess anything I haven't completed. Hardest game. Gosh, I don't even know where to go with that one. Sean?
Boy, hardest? I mean, I just played Battletoads.
That's a pretty hard one, yeah.
Yeah, if it weren't for the save states, I mean, I was able to get that far without the save states, but it took a lot longer. Yeah. And it's like I would not want to relive that experience sans save states if I could help it. So I can actually start from that point and keep going.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I'd rather have a hard game that wasn't because the mechanics were like weird or bad or not like well explained. And I think that Battletoads has some problems from a mechanical standpoint. But man, hardest game. I mean, have you played Elite Beat Agents or Owen Don on the hardest level? I'm just putting that out there.
No. I have not. I play it usually. I play it usually on easy mode. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. The amplitude of the frequency games, like being at the hardest level on that's even harder than Owen Don, because there's 3 buttons you got to push. You think it'd be easy, but yeah, like it is the most rewarding thing though when you can get into that zone. So I was super stoked for the Kickstarter on PS4 and the released version there, and I'm hoping for more, but yeah, just no. Should I go on to the next one?
Okay. Should we shout? We just got a donation. Let's shout that out real quick.
Let's do that.
Fox Mulder. I loved you in the X-Files. Thank you very much for the donation. Is there anything you want us to say or do, or you just love us for who we are?
Californication was also great. Putting that out there.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Let's ask some more questions. Let's see. Game Apartment 1C asks, what's a console or game you've wanted to cover but have felt reluctant, hard pressed to dig into?
Oh boy.
I mean, I would love to talk more about the Wonder Swan because I do have some good things, but like if we're talking about covering it on the show, I haven't found a satisfactory way to capture anything from it. And just because of how the screen is set up, just holding my camera up to it doesn't look very good. And a lot of the games are purely in Japanese, but it's a system I'd love to cover more because I do love the Wonder Swan and there are some gems. I just haven't dug into it enough. How about you, Sean?
I could just throw out like the Super NES and Super Famicom. We'll get there. We have scripts.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say Virtual Boy. Do you know how hard it is to review the Virtual Boy? Do you know how hard it is to find a working Virtual Boy these days?
Like, I don't want to cover the Virtual Boy right now because there's such a good series on it already that what is it? It's Jeremy Parrish did for his. It's so good that like, and it covers everything that I'd want to say about it. So it's like, thank you, and well done. Just
all right.
It's called Virtual Boy Works. Look it up. It's fantastic, but it's too good, and it makes me not want to cover it.
Well, I mean, yeah, we promised part 3 of the Retro 3D special 8 years ago, but that was the thing, right? Like I know that Phil was slated to work on that, and the fact that it isn't done isn't his fault. I should point that out right away. But I know that he had filmed it before when he did like his Totaka's song follow-ups. because that was one of them was like Wario.
Yep.
Was it? I
Yep.
forget
Yep.
which game. And like, you know, he literally jammed a camera down the eye hole of a Virtual Boy,
Yep.
and so the footage isn't great. So I feel like if we do cover it, we're gonna have to emulate those games. Like there's no point in trying to, because it just won't work.
Yeah, because I mean, I do have a Virtual Boy and I have all of the common games, but it's just filming it is rough. Maybe, but like I don't like to. I never like to promote piracy or whatever, so maybe we'll do that, but like before I'll like show the physical ones, like I've got this.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like Phil's got the entire collection except for like one game, which I look for that one game, which I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. For him every time.
Jack Brothers, if it's the rare one for
I think so.
Either Jack Brothers or like the 3D Tetris are the ones that are like a little, or Nestor's Funky Bowling. Those are the kind of harder ones to get for the US. I doubt he has a complete Japanese collection though. Some of those are like $2,000.
Satoshi says that there's a Virtual Boy VGA or S video mod that gives it. Oh, yeah, to mod it though. So you have to find one that works, and you have to mod it. Actually, no. If you mod one that didn't work, you don't need it to work then. If you can have the out.
That's true.
That's a good point.
All right. Frozen Pancake says, does the idea of moving house and packing all your stuff away fill you with terror? Yeah. Yes. I mean, completely. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, it was hard enough to get all these things moved from my old house when I had way less games. But like these shelves behind me were, I made the specification. They are Laserdisc sized, and they're built right into the wall to prevent from earthquakes or whatever. I mean, but what? Don't laugh. This is real. But the idea of moving somewhere else, I don't know, maybe not. If I actually moved to a place that was bigger than a closet, perhaps it would actually be, worth it. But yeah, I can never move. How about you? You move like every other week, so
yeah, it feels like it. I think since 2013, I've moved 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Yeah.
A lot. I mean, a big part of why we didn't wrap up season 2 when we did around 2012 when we did like Neo Geo and stuff, and we're about to record the Super Famicom episode, was because we had to get the house ready to sell. So all my stuff went into the basement where I couldn't readily get to it, and I had a child, so that kicked everything that was in my office out into the basement. So after we moved, I was like, all right, well, we're going to get it done then. And so that was like 2014. So yeah, the time marches on. I have a 7, that child is now 7 and things happen. So I'm not terrified anymore. Actually, I have things pretty well organized at this point. I just have to get them all in their home, and then I can move around this space a bit better. But I'm okay. I don't think I have less stuff than I used to, but I can tell which stuff I care about and want to keep around.
Yeah, I suppose. But does it fill me with terror? Yes, it does.
All right, I got one for you from Yumakojo Olek. I'm gonna
Olek.
Get some.
It's pronounced Olek.
Where will be the next VinnCon?
The next VinnCon? Oh my goodness, I don't.
And there's,
you know what?
A picture of the basketball covered in money.
Next year, I definitely want. I mean, maybe next summer. I'm hoping to make it to the States, and I'm hoping we could do another live something. I really do. I don't know. Maybe not at Broome Street Theater, but somewhere. I hope we can do something.
Oh God, that was great. That's actually how we officially met Rob. Like, I've known Rob and sort of met him before. That's when we got to like hang out with him and direct him.
Yep.
And that was cool because he's actually pretty good friends with some other friends of mine. So I wasn't like starstruck by the dude, but he's pretty freaking cool. but you know, I've seen him in Shad Vader, and I'd seen his plays and stuff that he directed. I went to like all of his boogies, like Christmas Boogie and all that stuff. It was so good. He's a cool dude, and I'm sad that his podcast is over. But yes, that was a great time. I would love to do a live show again. A shout out to Justin Shover for getting that set up and pulling us in and everything. He's actually the guy that got us into the little podcast network before things started going south there, not due to anything that he did, but every once in a while Justin will check in and I'll be like, hey, I got this great idea, and so
my earthquake-proof Laserdisc collection, a sentence not uttered since 1992. Yes. Laserdisc is life. The rest is just lighter. All right.
So Tristan wasn't able to be here tonight, but as he is one of the reasons we're having this particular show.
No, he's here. He's here.
Yep. He is?
Yeah, he just wrote something in the chat. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, he left a question in the Discord.
Oh, well, read it.
Yeah. Would Vinnk go out and find people to interview for Famicom Dojo? Examples could be the woman from the Ultrabox, Hiroshi Fujioka, Sega de Santrio, etc.
I mean, it's if Patreon does a lot better. Do you know what I mean? Because nobody's in this area. Although I do have the opportunity. There's a group of developers in Fukuoka who actually expressed interest in me coming up there to do an interview. They do mainly eShop games. And Level 5 is in Fukuoka. That's not too far from where I am. I mean, but in general, to interview a lot of these people, you got to get to Tokyo or the woman from Ultrabox. Who knows? I'm guessing New York. For people who are not familiar with the woman from Ultrabox, please watch my live stream about Bomberman, because during that stream, just cut to about halfway through it, we eventually stopped playing Bomberman games and instead moved on to playing this dating sim where you are a Japanese man called, I'm not making this up, Turbo Honda, trying to win the affection of this lady from New York, and you win the affection by answering trivia questions about New York. It is one of the most amazing things we've ever done, and the most fun I've ever had on a live stream. Let me see if I can link that. Just a minute.
If you find her and are able to talk to her, like if we can even like get her on freaking Skype or whatever.
Yeah, she's got it. Yeah.
I don't.
I can't even. She would be so. I would guess she would be mortified if people had found her like from. Just discovered her stuff. Just a minute. I will.
It has been 25 years or so since she did that.
Yeah, something like that. Here, let me. Let's see. It was recorded in 1990, so it has been.
Oh my gosh, it's been almost 30 years.
29 years. It was one of the very, very early CD-ROM games, and I mean, would she be happy to know that half of our Discord icons are of her various facial expressions, or would she be mortified? Either way, there I put it. We'll link it in the show notes. But there's a link to that live stream. Again, it starts off going through games like Cho Aniki and the Bomberman games on PC Engine, which is entertaining in and of itself. But if you skip ahead to the Ultrabox portions, it's that's where everything really goes down. By goes down, I mean goes downhill fast. Okay.
All right. I think that's about it. We have some other questions, but I want to save some for another time.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. I don't know how to transition.
For people wondering where they can submit their own questions to the Discord channel, it would be in the Famicom Dojo section of our Discord channel under Denchi Mail Questions. Denchi Mail Questions. So submit them and they'll go in a future podcast.
Sweet.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's been a blast, everyone.
It really has. I've enjoyed this.
I'm glad we got to do this show. I'm for those who weren't here for the pre-show, we had some trouble getting that set up quite the way we wanted it to.
Yep.
And we also learned that Google Hangouts for Air will be discontinued in a month. So we had to figure out youtube.com/webcam or why the heck other things aren't working. Apparently we are being offered help with Discord to get set up with that. So we will potentially have that ready for next time. But we really want to get this working. We want everything to look as good as possible. We want to be able to like talk about our piles of shame and at least like, you know, stream a trailer for it or something while you're watching the live stream version anyway.
Yep. Or we could unbox stuff.
Or we could unbox stuff. In fact, I think maybe after the show we'll unbox something. How does that sound?
Sure.
Awesome. If you guys are not watching the Spring Into Action series of videos that we've been putting out, please do. I put out this Pokemon one that nobody's watching for some reason.
I don't know. Everybody's like, I already caught one of those.
Who has a Melmetal? Raise your hands. Virtual hands. I don't think. Like I looked up videos for it afterwards. Like, what are other people saying about this? And it's like, I finally got one. And it took forever. It's like, I don't know. It took me like a couple of weeks, I guess. But,
if you're not subscribed to my channel, I've been doing some live streaming lately. It's just look for the YouTube user Vinnk. I'll put a link up there, and I'll please subscribe to mine because I have been streaming pretty much every week for the last month and a half, and I intend to keep that up if people are interested. So give it a like and hit that bell. Wow, I didn't think I'd be the type of YouTuber that said that.
And there you are.
Smash that like button or that subscribe button.
God, that annoys me so much.
And hashtag hash browns. So
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I get it. So we have more coming, like I mentioned. More coming up this next month. We're going to try and do a Pile of Shame live once a month. And then hopefully do more of these podcast streams, whether we do it before Hangouts goes away or whatever ends up happening. It'll be our pleasure to do that for you. But yes, keep watching this space. We are going to have lots more. Make sure you subscribe to Famicom Dojo on YouTube and anywhere else that you listen to this podcast. Now again on the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. Our videos are there too if you're interested, as well as a link to our Patreon. And they have some great shows which you should absolutely listen to. And I'm on their Hall of Awesome, and that can never be taken down unless Trey changes the rules on us. So,
all right.
And speaking of Trey, he just donated. I guess that's part of being part of the network, as we get a regular super chat donations. I think that's how that works, right, Trey?
Yes, this is our salary. He evaluates us to see how good of a contribution we've made to the network, and we've done as good as 99 cents. Well,
no, to be fair, he says he gets those for free for doing certain things. So this cost him nothing.
Yes.
Sure, that's true.
That is true.
Oh goodness. All right. So hey. All right. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. So we're gonna end the audio version of this stream.
Oh yes.
So I guess everyone, thank you again, and until next time, the dojo is
switching from Google Hangouts.
I guess we have to.
Yeah. Good call. The dojo is funky fresh.
All right, let's unbox this thing.
Okay, so those stick around. The podcast portion of this is over, but we'll keep the video going for, I don't know, a little while, I guess.
Yeah, stop your
Oh yeah, let
recording.
me stop Audacity. Oh, the Audacity.
Okay, see what you did there.
Let me just stop. Okay, let me export that real quick.
Yeah, just in case.
Because you never know. Let me call this Vinnk part. What's the date today? I guess it's different for you and me.
Yeah, here it's June 30th still.
It is July 1st here. Oh my goodness. I'm going to smash that export button.
Oh Lord. Help Helen smash. Help Vinnk smash.
All right. Vinnk smash. All right. Exporting. That's a thing. Okay. The dojo is funky fresh. Okay. Hey guys, so we can respond to like, we didn't want to respond to the comments too directly while we were recording the podcast. I messed up a couple of times. But now we can talk to you a little bit more. Satoshi Matrix says happy Canada Day. Yes, this is our Canada Day podcast. It's Canada Day already in Japan. For some reason, that sentence sounds very funny to me, that it's Canada Day in Japan. I guess Canada Day is in your heart. Okay. I love your channel. Greets from Corrientes, Argentina. Thank you very much. Javier? Oh my goodness. Javier. Oh, either way, thank you from Japan. All right. Clannad for Switch comes out on the 4th. Ooh, I might have to get that because the Japanese physical copy has the English on it, so I might just do that. But I am poor right now, so I'm not going to be buying any games for a little while. A lot of credit card bills came. I was expanding the Japan Retro Direct a little beyond my holding capacity, so I've been buying a lot of things to put up on the shop, and I haven't been listing them because I haven't had time to be testing stuff lately. So I'm going to hold back on games for a little bit. I gotta ask, how old are your glasses? You've had the same cool red pair since I started watching in 2015. I don't know if this is the same pair I had back in 2015, but I usually buy a red pair of glasses. These might be 4 years old, yes, but I had another pair before that and another pair before that. So when drawings are made of me in the fan art, I'm usually depicted as wearing red glasses, and the few times that I stream wearing different glasses, I get complaints. So it's really weird. Hey, Tyler, welcome. Have either of you been playing Mario Maker 2? Not yet.
I didn't even buy it yet.
I'll bring up the poor. but I hope to get it. I hope to get it eventually because I think my daughter would really like it. They like the first one.
Ow. Hold on. I'm trying to answer Satoshi Matrix's question. Just a second. Keep talking so no one can see me do what I'm about to do.
Okay. Sorry to repeat myself, but can you show me what arcade stick is on the top shelf to your right? To my right. Arcade stick. Do I have an arcade stick here?
No, it's me. It's me.
Oh, it's you. Oh, it's Sean. Oh, sorry.
All right. So this is the Super Nintendo arcade stick. It actually didn't work. We tried to use it. It's ASCIIware for those who are curious. It didn't work too well for when we did the Super Smash TV video. I think, did we actually use it in the video? I think we used it for the stream. Did we stream that one?
We went on live on like Facebook or something. Yeah, I don't even know.
And that was real bad. But was
that our first live stream ever?
That was our first one. I think subsequently we did Out of This World 2 on YouTube.
Yeah.
On
Heart of the Alien, yeah.
So that was our first Pile of Shame live stream on YouTube anyway, and it's written out as such. But we didn't set the camera up very well because I think we actually used our phones. Like you used your phone for Facebook, I used mine for the YouTube one,
Yeah.
and it wasn't set up right. But that was kind of the inspiration to get me off my keister and do Pile of Shame Live.
Yep.
Because I had bought that Retron like over a year ago to do just that.
Yep.
So I was like, this is none of this third rate stuff. Hey, could you unbox that thing? Because I got to get going soon.
Oh yeah. I can unbox that thing. Here we go. So I got a thing. And I took the tag off already, but this is a thing from Nintendo.
Yeah.
So it's probably pretty good. All right. Let's. Okay, I should have brought something to unbox it with. Hold on. Am I on camera? Okay. All right. I think I have to keep audio coming so that my camera shows up. So I will sing a song while I do it. How about that?
As long as I don't talk to interrupt, you'll be fine.
Okay. This is the unboxing song. I'm unboxing something. I'm using a piece from my glasses because it looks kind of sharp. And I'm unboxing. I really should have planned this better. I'm unboxing. I hope I don't break it. Oh, no. No, I'm still unboxing. My video is on. Wow, I can use it like a little saw. Okay, here we go. I'm getting paper cuts. That's what I am doing. Okay, here we go. All right. I don't need that piece of paper. Oh my goodness. Oh, it looks even better in person. And smaller package. So I ordered these little inflatable plastic bubbles. I enjoy them. They're really nice. So that's what I got. Okay, back to you, Sean.
I don't have anything. I guess I'll play some more Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Oh wait, there's something else in this box.
Okay, good. I didn't really want to do that.
There is something. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. Oh, I don't know if I even want to use them. They're so beautiful. Okay, here, let's do this. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, I finally got him. This is another reason why I'm so poor this month. But actually, it's due to the help of Patreons like you that they were partially funded, I guess. We don't make
should have been fully funded.
They were fully funded by that?
Should have been. You told me what the yen was.
We haven't actually made as much on the Patreon yet. No,
that was funded by the last video podcast.
Oh, you're right. It was by the tips and things. But anyway, here they are. Should I open it further?
That is up to you, good sir.
Well, I mean, we gotta. But I mean, should I do it now or should I do it in a video?
This is a video. Well, I guess it's at the end of the video.
Okay.
Let's tease. Why don't you do that for one of your live streams?
Okay. But look at that, Sean. They've got a volume slider.
I know
it. Got a volume slider.
It works as has been shown to us, and boy. Anyway, we have plans for integrating this with an upcoming video. Not a stream, mind you, but another video.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, and I mean, we're using it. We're actually using them in one of our upcoming videos, right? Like they will cameo in one of them, right?
Yeah, I believe it's a cameo.
I mean, that's why we needed to get them
soon, right? Yes.
Put them on an actual Famicom. Yeah, they fit, don't they? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, these are all the good things that you can do for once you're. Yeah, it's good.
Yep.
I keep having to adjust my camera here, but I realize it's because my podunk chair keeps lowering.
That happens.
It's not because of the camera. I wanted to answer Colin Swinburne.
Go for it.
Who said something that got auto hidden. Just Colin, don't be offended if I don't. Just hide that one. So he asked me what my kids think of my collection. And actually I have a bigger Transformers collection that they're super interested in, and have broken a few pieces of. But as for the video game stuff, they don't really care. They'd rather play Splatoon 2 or Splatoon 1. That's pretty much it. I have a game on my Xbox 360 called Joyride that I don't remember ever downloading, but they found it and love it. Or they'll play Mario Kart 64 on the Wii because I got the eShop version, or not eShop. What's it called there? Help me.
I don't know.
Virtual console. God, all right, I'm getting old.
Oh yeah, that thing. I forgot about it because so did Nintendo.
I don't have the cartridge version of that game. I don't know what they would make of the N64 controllers, honestly. Oh, that's something else. I got these flipping things, and I actually did an unboxing for a dojo snack I haven't put on the thing yet, but I got a pair of these.
That never went up? I saw a video of that like months ago.
Did I put it up? Maybe I did put it up.
You either put it up or showed me a work in progress one, but in my brain
I must have put it up. But I want to try this. I wrote a whole review for them that involves some split screen. So I didn't do it yet. After the Pokemon video kind of tanking, I'm feeling a little exposed trying to make a dumb joke out of. Well, how about this? Everyone watch this Dreamcast video I did, and you'll understand where I'm going with this. Hopefully.
We go so far out of our way to make jokes that people just hate.
Or just don't respond to.
But you know what? We've always taken the bold step of not including our audience.
Oh yes. We go beyond the 10%ers and go to the 1%ers.
We got kind of like the anti-pandering.
Oh my God! Why can't I can't scroll anywhere.
You can't scroll?
I can't scroll. Here we go. Oh, thanks, Colin. Even though I hid that one comment you made.
Cool. All right. And Colin, thank you also for saying you like our jokes. That puts you in the 1% club. So Sean, you gotta head out pretty soon.
Yeah, I gotta go in a few minutes, but this was wild, you guys. And
should I do an after party again? Would anybody want to stick around for a little bit? I got another hour.
Yeah, that's up to you, man. Yeah, we'll end this one, then you can do you think maybe you can unbox your stuff.
Maybe I can. If people you know what? If I can get let's say we got 25 people watching now. If 15 people join me over in the chat, I'll unbox it.
Oh, what's that called? Like rating or whatever? Can you do that on YouTube?
Can you do what?
There's this feature on Twitch where like after your stream ends, you can send all of your viewers over to another stream.
You can do what? Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I do not know how to do that though.
Well, I don't think that we can do that with.
Maybe not. But you know what? I'm going to put my link there right now, and I'm not going to lie. I'm going to take a bathroom break before I start that stream. and apparently people are asking for me to bring cheese. I guess I'll have to do that. But if you want, subscribe to my channel. Smash that bell. That doesn't sound right. And I'll about 10-15 minutes after this stream ends, I'll start another one there. And yeah, if we can get 15 people to come over, I will unbox those controllers.
Sweet.
So,
all right. So thanks again, everyone, for making this podcast possible. Thanks to all our new Patreons. Thanks for the donations during this has been great. For the dojo, even though for some reason YouTube has not been doing great at promoting our stuff anymore. It used to be that we would get suggested video percentages in the 30s or 40s, and now it's 0.4. I don't know what's happened, but
and the suggested videos are weird lately.
Super weird. Someone actually sent a screenshot. So if you join the Discord, you can see how weird it's been getting. Yeah. But the Pokemon thing, I mentioned evolution, so that's naturally you would attach that to the evolution of the PlayStation history. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. But all right, yeah, it's been a weird time being a YouTuber these days, guys. But we hopefully we're on the right track.
Yep.
So all right, we want to thank you all again, and please go and hang out with Vinnk.
Yeah, if your question didn't get asked answered in this one, I'll try to answer some more of them in the other stream. So, okay. Well, thank you so much, guys, and for joining us today. Sean, I know you gotta head out, but thanks for making the time in your evening there.
All right.
Happy Canada Day, everyone.
Happy Canada Day.